Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere edition of SurvivalCraft, where we play Minecraft PlayStation 4 in hard mode with no help. That's right, no help. Anyway, I am Lord Proteus, and this is my world. This is basically a world I've created to have some fun, do some things, and get to enjoy some time with friends, my little buddy, and all that good stuff. And I figured I'd give everybody a tour of what I'm working on, what I'm doing. Since a few of my friends in real life have decided they want to see what I'm doing, but don't want to play PlayStation Minecraft. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Alright, anyway, this is the God Complex that I'm working on, and up there is our obligatory Iron Golem farm. That's right, the Iron Golems that everybody needs to make everything out of iron. And right behind it, I've got a mob grinder of sorts that I've been working on, trying to get that sorted out and created. It's working pretty efficiently so far. And with all the drops that I've got going on in this so far, I've got a giant item sorter underneath here. There's a lot of drops. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. And as you can see by the landscape, there are lots of creeper holes. Yeah, yep. Some of the recent updates to Minecraft, for some god-awful reason, have increased the spawn of creepers. Everybody knows how we feel about creepers. Alright, on with the show. So, let's go into our little nether portal here to get to our nether transport system, so we can go and showcase what everybody has been wanting to see, my PlayStation 4 hard mode Guardian farm, which isn't done yet, but it's getting there. So let's hustle on down this road here. By the way, if you don't have a Nether Portal transport system, I would highly recommend it, especially in hard mode survival. And if you can manage to build it without getting yourself killed over and over and over again, it makes life a lot easier because you can get from point A to point B a lot quicker than if you used rail carts or if you were just jogging. I don't recommend the jogging. So on we go into the Nether Portal with the obligatory guardian lights. Yes, the sea lanterns. I love those. Alright, so here we are, everybody. This is our AFK box for the Guardian farm. Basically, we stand up here, chill out, have fun. Every now and then a zombie pigman comes in and says hi. But, we can deal with them. Underneath us is a Guardian farm box. Let's go down and check it out. What we've got here is a 30 by 30 square. And I have designed this one myself. This isn't somebody else's design that I've seen on YouTube. This is something that I put together myself and tested out, and many different configurations later, I come up with this one, which is very, very efficient. And basically, it's about a 3-block high water track here, with all of your signs here that produces a block of air down to the next level, which is similar to the Iron Golem farms, where it has the water tracks that push the guardians that drop and spawn in that water out into the center. And from there, they just drop down into my fall kill zone and into the hoppers and lots and lots and lots of stuff. But I had some fun digging this one out. It literally took a lot of time to dig it out and empty out all this water. I mean, this entire 62 by 62 block was filled with water. So the entire temple was filled with water. The underneath was filled with water. I went through a lot of sand, as you can see with all the glass. But anyway, in the process of digging this out, and oh my god, look at all those guardians. Just look at that. I mean, that's insane. Look at how many of them are in there. I mean, they're just like one after the other, dropping to their doom. Wow. We'll check out the drops here in a second, just to show you. I emptied it out last night, and I'm betting there's probably at least a half a chest full by the time we get down there again. But as I was saying, I was digging this out, and I came across slimes. I mean, there was just tons of slimes underneath the temple as I took out all the water. So I'm thinking it's kind of broken right now because I think there's too many things spawning. But I set up a little slime trap under there with the Iron Golem, and it was producing so much slime. I looked it up online. I looked up the seed online to see how close I was to a spawn chunk. And it turns out there are 3 spawn chunks of slimes right underneath this temple. So, I'm going to do a little configuring. I also found one of the coolest parts is a dungeon right in my dig out. There's a dungeon, and it's a skeleton spawner right there. I mean, that's just awesome. Totally cool. But with everything going on here, I'm probably going to wind up making this a triple threat farm. It's going to have your guardian drop. It's going to have your slime blocks farm. It's going to have a skeleton farm over here. And eventually I'm going to find a way to feed it all together so it drops into a super item sorter. So this way I can AFK my heart's content and get plenty of bones, plenty of arrows, tons of slime balls, tons of all the stuff that the guardians drop. I mean, it's going to be epic. But I've got a lot of work ahead of me still. There is a lot to dig out underneath this temple. I mean, the temple is sitting at, 37 is the underneath. So I've got 37 more blocks to go straight down to bedrock. That's a lot of mining. Oh my god. Alright, let's get down there and see what we got going on and give you guys an idea of how efficient this farm really is. This was the tunnel that I first created to get to this guardian farm when I discovered it. And it was a long dig out. I mean, it's probably about 1,500 blocks in that direction to get to where the God Complex is, where we first spawned in. That's a lot. And just to give you an idea of how much sand I went through, there's the glass that I created, and there's more glass that I created. After I was done taking all of the water out, I turned it all into glass so I can make this glass box. Basically, it's the Guardian Bowl. But this is some of the stuff I've already dug. I mean, look at all the slime balls. I mean, tons and tons and tons of slime balls. Just killing slimes while I was digging it out. You know, the obligatory amount of wood that I created with my tree farm. I mean, still a ton of sand in there. Bunch of materials that I've come across and made while I was working. There was my trip to the Nether. Trip to the end to get more obsidian, of course. I mean, just tons and tons of resources. I mean, look at the slime. Look at the slime. I mean, just tons of slime blocks. So let's go check out what's going on in here. And let's see. Are any slimes spawning? No. I gotta figure out what's going on because it was producing so many slimes the other day, and now it's not producing any. Maybe it's because of all the spots under there that stuff can spawn. But let's go down here to this guardian spawn. And this is the drop system that I put in place because I had to. I mean, while I was digging it out, I've already emptied these 5 chests out twice. And I had to build this in place to keep up with the amount of stuff. Otherwise, I was going to lose it all to, the 5-minute rule. If it's on the floor for 5 minutes, it's gone. But I've already got stacks of prismarine blocks, sea lanterns. I mean, a full box of fish already. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Alright, let's see. Oh, that one's full. And that one's starting to get full. I mean, just in the time it took us to get to here, talk to you guys for a few minutes, and then come down here, we've already got a full box. I mean, that's crazy. And this one's filling up like mad. I mean, look at that. And you can see that they're dropping one after the other, just straight down to their doom. Super efficient. I love it. Anyway, I may or may not do a tutorial on this particular build that I put together and show you the secret to the super efficient Guardian farm. But that depends on if, enough people like the video, if enough people comment on the video saying they want to see more. We could do that kind of stuff. Alright. So here we are inside this temple, which was a pain in the butt to empty all the water out of so that none of the guardians spawn. And for those of you who have done this before, you know what this is. You know what this is. It's a Christmas present. It is a present for anybody who has done all of this work to empty this out. It is a present. But I'm not going to open my present yet. I'll leave that for a secret. Alright, so as you can see, this temple is actually pretty big. It's expansive, there's lots of rooms, there's tons of little secret corridors and all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm probably going to wind up turning this into a base. I think it warrants turning it into a base. Because it is epic. I mean, you can't get any more epic than this. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's get out of here and show you a couple more things here before we have to go, because as you know, if you're a PlayStation YouTuber, you know that your PlayStation recording times are sometimes limited because of the 15-minute mark limit. But anyway, let me show you when the spawn is working here. Look at the slimes. I mean, this was just a few minutes the other night of watching them go after this iron golem. And for those of you who don't know, PlayStation, or Minecraft rather, put in the update and made it to where slimes are now hostile towards iron golems. So they automatically will jump towards this iron golem within a 16-block radius and try to get him. But there's the Cactus of Doom. That's right, the Cactus of Doom. They're going to come in here, rub up against this thing like a cheese grater, and just boom, they're dead. And lots of slime balls for us. Yay! Oh, and there's another chest full of slime. I forgot I filled that up. That was just from clearing this area out and killing all the slimes that were trying to get me while I was clearing this out. I mean, it's crazy. Great spawn spot. Alright, let's head back up here. We're going to have to do a little swimming because I haven't done a elevator yet up to here. We're just going to keep this as a swimmy area. Alright. Up we go. We'll check out the spawn rate on this. I mean, just look at the spawns. Look at that. It's crazy. It's one of the most efficient PlayStation 4 Guardian farms I've seen. And I've seen a few. But it's crazy how many things this drops. It's absolutely insane. I mean, there's still little tweaks I have to work on because, as you can see, some of them, they sit there for a few minutes, you know, basking in the sunlight or the moonlight or whatever's coming down, and they sit there. But eventually, they go to their doom. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But as I said before, we have time limitations on our PlayStation, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the premiere episode of SurvivalCraft. Hope you liked it, hope you enjoyed it, hope you'll hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and if you want to see more, or if you have specific questions or ideas or anything like that you would like to see, just throw them in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. You know, if we're planning on doing a couple episodes a week, maybe grow a little bit more depending on, how good the channel does. But we'll see you guys again on the next episode of SurvivalCraft, and I'm out.